Morning, lads. Okay, can I have your attention for a few minutes? Mobiles and papers down, please, so we can go through your safety briefing. I've been to the start of shift briefing to find out what else is happening on the site. And the things that are relevant to us are, there is a mobile crane on site today. It's working at the back of the site in Block B, in addition to ours. There will be an exclusion zone set up for the other crane, so do bear that in mind. There is scaffolding being erected on site too. This means that there will be diversions to the walkways to site. There will be signs to direct you and take you to your workplace. There will be a concrete pour on at Block A. This means that there will be concrete wagon deliveries. Please be aware of vehicle movements. And finally, before we go on to our RAMs, remember you were issued these commitment cards at your induction. If it's not safe, stop work and tell someone. Now on to our actual work. I've been down to site already to check out where we're working. Access is good. The workplace has been prepared and is ready for us to set up and get started. Our job today is to erect steelwork in Block B. I will supervise the work, and I have been through the detailed drawings with you, so you do know the work sequence. We shall be using 2 cherry pickers today. These have already been delivered to the workplace and are ready for us, but please do remember to do your pre-start checks first. We will be working with the mobile crane. There is a lift plan in place, and you have been briefed on that. The steelwork is all ready to be slung and lifted, and our slinger signaller is bright.
Psst! Colin! Colin!
Not you again?
Oh, now, don't be like that.
Okay, but what do you think? I'm trying really hard. I did the prep, set aside plenty of time. I even checked where all the equipment is.
Bravo! Bravo! You did very well!
Thanks.
But...
Yeah, there's always a but.
what about your audience?
What about them?
How do you know they understood? Did you check?
Didn't have to.
You always need to. It's important. Ask some questions. Get them involved. You must make sure they know how to get their job done safely.
Oh, okay, fair play. I'll make sure I do that.
Promise?
Promise.
Good.
Do you think you could leave me now? Please?
Then my work here is done.
So, who's the first aid this week?
That's me, yeah.
Did you manage to get on that course last week?
Yeah, did the health and safety stuff and everything.
Was it worth going? Worth going?
Well, yeah.
Good. Right, what do we have to do with the cherry pickers, lads?
We'll keep eye out, make sure we do our safety checks, Gav.
Correct?
Yeah.
Yeah. What
Yeah.
about the concrete pour? What do we have to look out for?
Traffic movement, mate. Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, they set it up as well. It's
Yeah,
been barred
well,
off.
It's a big pour, so I expect
Yeah.
there'll be a lot of traffic, so really be careful about that, yeah? Right, I've briefed you in the office, but before we do anything, let's go through this again. I want everyone to understand exactly what they have to do this job safely. Thanks for joining us, Brian. Now, Brian, you're the crane supervisor and the slinger signal. Once we're all happy with the job and the sequence, your job will be to coordinate between the crane driver Terry and the 2 teams. And that includes the usage of signals and the radio.
Yeah, no problem. The crane is getting ready to set up, as we discussed earlier. I haven't seen your cherry pickers, by the way.
Okay, now we're lifting and fixing these steels in this area. We'll look at the drawings in a moment. The crane will be supplying us, and we shall be working from 2 cherry pickers. The slab has been handed over to us, so we should therefore be the only ones in the area. Put the barriers up to form an exclusion zone anyway. Let's make sure nobody is affected by what we do, and that what we do doesn't affect the safety of others. Okay, so what's our biggest risk here today, lads? Don't be shy. What's going to hurt you or your mate if we don't go about our work professionally?
Well, I mean, we're working out of cherry pickers, so I suggest folding.
That's right, Rod. That and getting crushed by the steel frames we're putting up, or the steel structure that we're marrying the frame onto. It's important that we do this safely. And to do that, we have to do it in the right order. So let's take a look at the drawing so that everyone knows the sequence. Now, we're here working in this slab, this area here. Team 1 will be Rod and Andy, Team 2 will be Shane and Pete. Rod and Andy, you're starting over here on grid line 1. Pete and Shane over here at grid line 8. That way the two operations won't meet and we avoid any clashes. Now, you all have your gear, everyone has their harnesses and lanyards, and you have inspected them. You've got your impact wrenches and your torque wrenches for the steel work. Now, I must remind you that we have done a HAVS assessment and you have signed on to that. Now, this gives you 23 minutes maximum trigger time. I will monitor and record the times for that. As you know, they're all very noisy, so make sure that you wear your ear protection. Team 1 will be receiving the first steels from the crane. You know the driver Terry because we worked with him before. And the steels will be lifted in from this direction. I have the lift plan and the permit to lift here with me. The chains and the tackle are supplied by the crane company. It's a standard setup for us. One set of 4-leg 3-ton brothers and 2 3-ton nylon strops.
Carl, I'm a bit confused, mate. You said earlier back at the office, right, that the cherry pickers were out and they've been checked out. It's like Brian said, I've looked, I can't see them, mate. All I see is those 2 scissor lifts over there.
Kidding me, aren't you?
No, mate.
I've definitely seen some cherry pickers here today.
Have a look, mate.
Right, come on. Let's go and see exactly what we have got.
All right.
We were supposed to have cherry pickers delivered. They've dropped off some scissor lifts. I can't do the job with those, it's not safe.
The only cherry pickers I know of are the ones for Kirkland.
Looks like the cherry pickers I saw weren't for us after all.
I should be fine for what we're going to do today. Crane's here, it's going to cost a fortune to send it back now.
Yeah, it's not exactly ideal, but I'm sure we should get by.
No. We'll end up struggling. Look, lads, right, you know how tricky it is, even with good cherry pickers, right, to get them in just the right position to get the steels coupled, right? I'm not putting myself up or any of you lads to have an accident. I'll tell you something else, right, well, it's going to take ages to try and get these scissor lifts in position, right? You know what'll happen, don't you, right? We'll end up rushing, someone's going to get hurt.
That's it. We'll end up leaning out of the basket, someone's going to end up taking a tumble.
That's what I'm saying. No one wants to stop the job, mate, but listen, at the end of the day, what does it cost Dan keep telling us, right? If it ain't safe, stop the job, tell someone. In fact, hold on, listen. Commitment cards, mate. You even talked about it in the brief, right? Your safety, your health, your well-being. I'm sticking to it, mate. I suggest you do is stop this, find a safe way to crack on.
You're right. Come on, let's go back to the office. You lot grab yourself a cuppa, talk over what we're doing, and you can tell me your views later. I'll have to go through all this with Costain. If there are going to be changes, we'll need Costain to approve them anyway.